Welcome back to Gruesome Magazine. Tonight we are reviewing Affliction, which releases in select theaters on May 8th. Bum, bum, bum.
Gruesome Magazine.
Oh my goodness, the elusive button to start everything. There it is. Got to fill in that space. All right, with me tonight is Paul Cardullo. Paul, how are you doing, sir?
I'm not Paul. Who am I? What's going on?
No, yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Yeah, I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. We are here to review the film Affliction. We are going to start off giving you our first impressions. Then we're going to dive into a little bit of a discussion before we give you our score 1 to 5, 5 being the best. Are you ready to do that, sir?
You bet.
All right. Before we get going, we would like to encourage you to like and subscribe, even share with a friend, because each click will help us find more horror fans just like you. All right, let's get into this. Oh my gosh. Affliction. Ellie confronts a disturbing condition, resetting her memory, unable to recognize her husband and daughter. Each reset disorients her, leaving haunted recollections of an unfamiliar life. Written and directed by BT Meza, starring Jessica Rothe, yay, Joseph Cross, and Layne. I think that synopsis. I don't know. We read that synopsis before we saw it, but now we're seeing it. It's like,
It's off. It doesn't. It
reel some of that back.
Yeah. I don't think it quite. But there's thing is, this is it's a mystery piece, right? That you don't know what's going on, and so you don't want to give too much in a
Right.
synopsis, because part of the fun is we're watching going, what's going to
What's
happen.
going on?
So I think the synopsis gives you, it's not quite accurate, but it gives you the general gist that there's
Yep.
some issues with memory and identity, things like this. So I think that's good enough.
All right. Well, let's find out what our first impressions were. Paul, what was your first impression of Affliction?
Oh, I liked it a whole lot, and like I said, so it is a mystery piece, and we had real fun, kind of going, is it this? What's going here? This? Who's the? And then it does the kind of thing that I really like in a film like this, that the resolution of that mystery, what's going on. You don't, some films you find out that's the whole film point, right? You find out at the end, this is what's going on, done, end of the movie. Other ones like this, you find out about halfway through, and then the other half is exploring what that means, and that's really cool. And they do a really good job with that. And they do some really neat stuff. And it's a what they call a chamber piece, right? It's only a very small cast in a relatively limited area, but they still yeah, I really liked it a lot. What do you think?
I did too. I was very eager to watch this because I like Jessica Rothe from that Happy Death Day films. And I was looking forward to seeing what she would do here. Still want that Happy Death Day 3 movie. Crossing over was, well, we'll get into all that later. So I was looking forward to this, and the synopsis had me curious. It felt like a time loopy kind of thing going on, and I was wondering what that was going to be about. And I found that what it delivered was really interesting, and it threw some surprises in there and had some. Even though it's more sci-fi, it still had some horror elements for sure.
Oh yeah.
So I enjoyed what I got quite a bit. Yeah, and especially for what basically is just 3 actors and 1 location. Even though the location it's broad because it's an entire farm of stuff, but it's mostly self-contained in that area because they're not near civilization, so it's there's no other individuals involved, and when it got down to the meat of it, it was really interesting to see, what the motivations were and what were the hang-ups and what's going on. And I think it delivered on all that. And then it it stumbled going across the finish line, right? I mean, it made it, right? But it kind of.
I mean, I think I like the ending more than you did. But yeah, we had talked. There's a couple points there. One where we're like, did you just not get a permit to do this at this one?
Yeah, I know.
It seemed a little shortened and a little cheap. I mean, it's not an expensive film. It's only 3 people. It's a small location, but they actually have some really nicely done, effective special effects.
Yep, and
goop at times.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and some of the and there's some really cool set designs when it gets into a certain area of it. I mean, the house is just the house, but there's an area where it gets beyond that. Now,
so it did that, and then like I said, there was like the very, very final scene. I think has definitely felt a little drawn out, and we're talking. This is like literally the last shot, just kind of.
Yes.
Like, okay, are you trying to get to 90 minutes? But but yeah, I think it worked a little better for you. But I know that you had some issues in terms of that you were saying.
Yeah, I mean, that last shot just felt like it was like. Why do this when you're really right at the end?
We're like, it's going to be this, and we're like, it was they said this.
So I'm not really sure what they were trying to communicate there. Obviously, whatever it was didn't land with us. I wanted the scene you mentioned involves a pretty significant plot point, and I wanted to be much more satisfied with that plot point.
Yeah, I could see it being unsatisfying and having kind of janky fire effects. I mean, would be a little bit.
I mean, it did the trick, but it didn't really. I wanted that last bite to be really savory, and it just wasn't quite. It was kind of bland, but getting there was a lot of fun, and I really I liked all our performances. Even from the young girl, Julianna and Layne, who played the daughter, did a really good job. Asked to do quite a bit for her age, and Joseph Cross was good as the husband too. And what I really liked about his performance is that once the gig was up, and you got to see his true personality, which was very much different than what we're given to at first, which was a small spoiler, but not much. But I liked him. I thought he did a great job. I thought all 3 actors, and I think did I make the comment that this would be like the best film festival film?
I think you said it felt very like this would definitely win like at the film festivals. It has that gist to it. It like I said, that's. I think that was you said it to me. I think when we'd finished watching it, but another thing it does really well is at a crucial point. There's some information that has to be related. It's kind of a crucial information as to what's going on. It's relayed visually and textually, but it is done so clearly, and it was like. Oh, I get what's going on. We don't have to, instead of sometimes when someone mocks up some sort of interface, usually it's all really complex. And it's like, no, you're trying to get information to the audience. You want it to look real, but you really want to get that information across clearly. And they managed to balance that really well. Like we're like, okay, this makes sense. And not only does it make sense for us, but it makes sense for this information being revealed to another character for them to be able to get it.
Right.
And they do something else also in terms of, later, as I was telling you, I remembered this about what the character had said about their background that made even more sense that they got it as well as they did. So it was really kind of neat. I can't say more because I don't want to spoil it, right?
Yeah.
But it was so well done because that was crucial to you going, this is what's going on. You hit it right there. You had a general gist of it. Now you know exactly what's going on, and that ties into stuff that happened. So I was really pleased to see that. It was kind of made it. It's like, they're so nicely designed.
Yep. And didn't require a whole lot of exposition, right?
No, it wasn't. There was very little like standard exposition.
Mm-hmm.
There was some but it was worked in terms organically into the story and it made sense.
Right.
But most of it was just observing what was going on and going, oh, yeah.
and it had a share of gruesome moments. It has some effects that were really nice. There's a certain thing that happens that involves Something I don't want to. I want to say, but I can't.
Yeah, you don't say anything. But yeah, there's.
I really like the aspect of this potentially fourth character that shows up. So
there's some good physical performances there. That it was just like you're like, oh, that's fun.
Right.
That was there was like really nice physicality to some of these performances, and a surprising amount of action for a film that only has 3 people, one of which is a little kid. So you know,
yeah, and I in the end I was like I said, it other than a couple tiny little missteps, it was really was a strong piece. I really enjoyed it.
Same here.
All right. Well, let's get into what our score is. Paul, 1 to 5. 5 being the best. What is your score for Affection?
Well, I'm going to give it a good solid 4. I really liked it a lot. I think people should see it. I think people would enjoy it. Yes, like you said, there's some little quibbles here and there, which I think they didn't bother me quite as much as they bother you, but I could see them being. I mean, I'm not. I think they're complete. You know, your points are completely valid. So not invalidating you. But I think it's. But for me, it worked really well. So I'd say a good solid 4. I'd say see this. You know, it's like you said, it's really good. So what's your thought?
Hopefully I'm not sounding like a broken record, but I'm going to side with you 100% on this. 4 is a good score for this film. I was thinking about going lower, but my points aren't that strong. I mean, they are. I mean, they are, but they don't take that much away from it.
Yeah,
it's more being picky, maybe.
Well, no, I mean that's you know.
I mean, because both of them were kind of like. Well, one of them is just it didn't quite satisfy me, so that's on me. You know, and it may not be the same for everybody. And the other one was just like, "What are you doing?" And if it happened somewhere else in the film, other than the very end, I wouldn't even have remembered it.
Right.
I think that's a big part of it. So I still think it deserves a 4. The acting is fantastic. The story is really interesting, and how they revealed it and presented it, I thought was really well done. Great performances. Yeah, catch this film. I think most viewers will like it.
Sounds good.
All right, Paul. Thank you for joining me. This was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, thank you for having me. It's been a blast.
All right, let's say goodnight.
Bye, everybody.